What if we told you that one body of water could decide the shift of global power in the 21st century? That's right, we're talking about the Indian Ocean. This vast expanse of water has been a strategic linchpin since ancient times, connecting the East and the West. It serves as a major trade route, with a staggering 2/3 of the world's oil shipments and half of the world's container traffic passing through its waters. But there's more to this ocean than just trade. The Indian Ocean is a treasure trove of natural resources, with rich fishing grounds and significant untapped oil and gas reserves. Its strategic importance is further underscored by the fact that it borders 3 continents and is home to critical choke points like the Strait of Hormuz and the Strait of Malacca. Indeed, the Indian Ocean is more than just a body of water, it's a stage where geopolitical dramas unfold. Now imagine a new player emerging on this stage, one with the potential to rewrite the rules of the game. In recent years, the world has watched as China has ascended to global prominence, a rise that has been as swift as it has been strategic. China's economic boom, fueled by a mix of state-controlled capitalism and market reforms, has propelled it into the ranks of the world's top economies. But its ambitions stretch far beyond its borders. The Belt and Road Initiative, a colossal project launched by China in 2013, is a testament to these ambitions. Envisioned as a modern Silk Road, this initiative is a vast network of land and sea routes, connecting China with more than 60 countries across Asia, Europe, and Africa. The Indian Ocean, a critical waterway linking East and West, plays a crucial role in this grand design. Over the past decade, China has been steadily increasing its presence in the Indian Ocean. It's not just about trade routes, though. The Indian Ocean is a strategic chessboard, where influence is won and lost, and China is playing to win. This ambition is evident in China's strategic investments in ports across the Indian Ocean. From Gwadar in Pakistan to Hambantota in Sri Lanka to Djibouti on the Horn of Africa, China is laying down roots in ports that dot the Indian Ocean's rim. These are not just commercial ventures, they're strategic footholds, giving China a significant advantage in the region. In the Maldives, a tiny island nation in the heart of the Indian Ocean, China has invested heavily in infrastructure projects. These investments have sparked concerns about the Maldives falling into a debt trap and the potential for Chinese military expansion in the region. As we delve deeper into these developments, it becomes clear that China's rise is not just an economic story. It's a geopolitical saga, one that is reshaping the world as we know it. China, through calculated moves, is steadily building a formidable presence in the Indian Ocean. What happens when this new player starts influencing relationships between countries in the region? Let's take a closer look at India and Maldives. The bond between India and Maldives has traditionally been robust, a relationship rooted in shared cultural, economic, and geopolitical interests. For decades, India has been the Maldives' principal partner in development and security. This bond has been underpinned by the proximity of the two nations, a shared Indian Ocean identity, and the common democratic values that they uphold. However, in recent years, this relationship has experienced some turbulence. The cause? The emergence of a new player on the scene, China. The Chinese dragon has been steadily extending its claws into the Indian Ocean, and the Maldives has not been immune to its reach. China's investments in the Maldives have been substantial, from infrastructure projects like the Sinamali Bridge to the development of the Maldives' first international airport. These investments have undeniably brought economic benefits to the island nation, but they've also led to a significant increase in Maldivian debt to China, raising concerns about economic sovereignty and strategic autonomy. This influx of Chinese influence has strained the India-Maldives relationship. It's not just about the money, it's also about the strategic implications. The Maldives, with its chain of islands stretching across vital sea lanes in the Indian Ocean, holds significant strategic value. The fear is that China's economic influence could translate into military footholds, potentially disrupting the balance of power in the region. India, understandably, is concerned. It's a delicate dance of diplomacy, as India seeks to maintain its traditionally strong ties with the Maldives, while also dealing with the reality of increased Chinese influence. The India-Maldives relationship is a testament to the ripple effects caused by China's increasing influence. This case study underscores the complexities of geopolitics in the Indian Ocean, a microcosm of the larger global narrative of shifting power dynamics and the challenges they present to existing alliances and relationships. At this point, you might be asking, why does this matter to the rest of the world? Well, the answer lies in the intricate web of international relations and the global economy. The Indian Ocean, a key maritime route, is home to some of the world's busiest shipping lanes. Over half of the world's container traffic and nearly 1/3 of its bulk cargo passes through these waters. Hence, any significant shift in the power dynamics here has a direct impact on international trade. China's increasing influence in the Indian Ocean could potentially reshape these dynamics. As China strengthens its foothold, it can control and manipulate the trade routes to its advantage. This could have implications for other nations dependent on these shipping lanes for their economic prosperity. Moreover, China's rise could also disrupt the status quo of global power. Traditionally, the United States, India, and other Western powers have held sway in the region. A shift in this balance could unsettle international relations and potentially lead to conflicts or power struggles. But it's not all gloom and doom. China's growing influence also presents opportunities. For instance, it could lead to increased investments in infrastructure, technology, and maritime security in the region. This could boost economic growth and development in the Indian Ocean countries. However, it's important to remember that the Indian Ocean isn't just a chessboard for global powers. It's home to diverse cultures and ecosystems. Thus, any geopolitical maneuvers should also consider the social and environmental impacts. In essence, the Indian Ocean isn't an isolated entity. Its waves touch the shores of many nations, and its undercurrents are linked to the global economy. Therefore, any major shift in its geopolitical landscape sends ripples across the globe. So why does the Indian Ocean matter to the rest of the world? It's because the game of geopolitics played here isn't confined to its waters. The game of geopolitics played in the Indian Ocean has far-reaching consequences globally. What does the future hold for the Indian Ocean region? A question as vast as the ocean itself, brimming with possibilities, uncertainties, and a myriad of potential scenarios. Let's dive into some of these scenarios. One of the most plausible scenarios is a looming power struggle between two Asian giants, India and China. Both nations, with their rapidly growing economies and military capabilities, are vying for greater influence in the Indian Ocean region. This power struggle could shape the future of the Indian Ocean, with the potential to alter the strategic balance of power in the region, and by extension, the world. Another likely scenario is the increased militarization of the Indian Ocean. As China continues to make inroads into the region, other countries might feel compelled to bolster their own military presence to safeguard their interests. This could lead to an arms race of sorts, heightening tensions and potentially leading to conflicts. But the Indian Ocean is not just about India and China. Other global players also have a role to play. The United States, with its strategic interests in the region, could act as a counterbalance to the growing Chinese influence. Similarly, other countries like Australia, Japan, and those in the European Union have their own stakes in the region. Their involvement could further complicate the geopolitical dynamics of the Indian Ocean. We must also consider the smaller nations in the region, like the Maldives, who find themselves caught in the middle of these power plays. Their future, too, is tied to the fate of the Indian Ocean. In this swirling vortex of geopolitics, the Indian Ocean is more than just a body of water. It's a stage where the drama of power, influence, and strategic interests unfolds. It's a mirror reflecting the global order, and perhaps its future shifts. The future of the Indian Ocean is uncertain, but what remains clear is its continued significance in the global geopolitical landscape. As we navigate the road ahead, we must remember that the story of the Indian Ocean is, in many ways, the story of our world. Let's take a moment to recap the important points we've discussed. The Indian Ocean, with its strategic location and abundant resources, plays a pivotal role in global trade and geopolitics. The rise of Chinese influence in this region has been unmistakable, manifesting in increased naval presence and strategic partnerships. This shift in power dynamics is exemplified through the complex relationship between India and the Maldives, a microcosm of the broader geopolitical tension. The global implications of these developments are far-reaching, from potential shifts in trade routes to the reshaping of international alliances. In the road ahead, we foresee a range of potential scenarios, each with its own set of challenges and opportunities. It's a complex dance of power, diplomacy, and strategy on a global scale. In conclusion, the Indian Ocean isn't just a body of water. It's a critical geopolitical stage, a hub of international trade, and potentially a flashpoint for future conflicts. The Indian Ocean, a stage where the future of global geopolitics could very well be decided.